From Sugar House in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, this is Poker Night in America. Hello and welcome to Poker Night in America. I'm Chris Hansen alongside the #1 customer on all of Postmates, Joe Stapleton.
If they could just bring it right to my bedroom, that would probably be best. Hello, my babies, and welcome to the birthplace of the First Continental Congress, Sugar House in Philadelphia. Yep, they did it right in Boardroom 3, just past the entrance to the spa.
Well, all right then. Tonight we are playing 25-50. Yes, there's an optional straddle, and yes, it's being optioned.
On tonight's episode, Jeremy Kaufman loses a bunch of money.
Let's go ahead and check out the starting lineups and stacks. Buy-ins ranging here from $6,000 all the way up to $30,000. Lots of familiar faces here, including Doug Polk and Matt Glantz. Locals Dew McCallie and Mike Siegel are in the house tonight as well.
There's also someone nicknamed Poop and also a doctor.
Would you look at here, back to cash poker. Hey, don't get me wrong. I love heads up, but I love me some cash poker. And look at the notable names that we have sitting down here today.
It's time this show returned to its roots, where people who aren't very good at poker light money on fire.
This is some light collusion.
There was no collusion. Okay, maybe there was collusion. Was collusion even wrong?
If you're in a big hand with them at the end?
I'm actually fine with either of you giving advice to either of you.
Wow. Wow, that's an insult to us. He really insulted us right there.
I'm coming after others.
Look who's here, Philadelphia's own Matt Glantz. He actually lives in one of the back rooms here at Sugar House.
Yeah, you
raise
guys
the
can
straddle
play the
now.
hand. You can get
Push
help.
him around.
You can get help.
He's
said
not
you
going to
can
get
All
help.
right, you can get help from
He's gonna
Siegel,
fold.
you can get help from Doug, and he can get help from you, too.
He's going to fold. Teach people
I'd rather
how
get
to
help
play.
from Ryan, actually.
Doug Polk,
I'd rather
free
go to
betting.
the best player.
Philly's own Matt Glantz.
The TV world does not know Ryan Miller, best player in the world.
Top pair for Matt Glantz. Gut shot
here
for
to
Doug.
impress people. My game impresses people. You know? You're the Calvin Klein model, not me.
step up and you go a little deep with this. Huh?
I dressed up today. What are you talking about? I got nice jeans on and a
couple earrings.
$30
Get
hoodie
him a
and a
nose ring.
$25
That's
t-shirt.
Get him a nose ring to match the brand that I put on his ass.
That sounds a little romantic.
We're at $5,400 in the middle.
He's no game good.
There hasn't been a game invented
Doug
yet.
Polk
I'm better.
still semi-bluffing his gut shot. This bet is not going to get Matt Glantz to fold.
All right, Dougie Polks.
Dougie Polk's more like Dougie Yolks because he's about to get scrambled.
Cheesesteaks, I'll be having a stomachache.
4 on the river.
Puts a 4-card straight out there.
I'm saying, who's doing the betting?
But Doug
Who's the
is
last
not
aggressor?
really supposed to have a 5 when he 3-bets pre-flop.
All in.
So I don't expect that to be folding. Wow.
I just want to say, you really put me to the test. It was tough.
I didn't even
I
get
had
the
to really
words
think
out
about
and
it.
he'd called.
Yeah.
Snapped him off like a Thanksgiving wishbone.
This is going to be a good day. I have a feeling it's going to be a good day.
I think if you go back and you check the tape frame by frame, Glantz's chips might have hit the felt first. They might have.
Photo finish.
So you think he should give up this?
I think it might be, yeah.
Time to move
Your
on.
calling
Are
would
you
be
willing to get him a room and a flight out here every week?
No, move to the East Coast. Move to
I help
AC.
accommodate.
Just let you know
Move
the,
to
offer,
AC.
the offer's open.
I'm a friendly, but I only do it because I'm a friendly person.
Right, yeah.
It's nothing to do with how you play.
That's what most people say. The first thing, Ryan Miller,
Ryan, the friendly
friendly.
guy.
That's
Yeah.
what they say, the friendly
the
guy.
friendly guy.
Yeah.
Generous, accommodating.
Right.
Are you
Right,
like
very generous.
isolating the fish right now?
You're incinerating.
Isolating the fish.
He's got the prescription for Dougie.
You just get a free 200 every hand, Doc. Huh?
We'll see. It's not every
Except that
yet.
one
Maybe
hand,
you're in
you
it.
got a free 10,000.
Doug cannot breathe right now.
getting ready to
Can we bring him an oxygen mask? You guys have one here?
Help.
Ryan will give him mouth to mouth. He's very accommodating. Ryan.
Wow.
There's a limit.
Doug is just getting wrecked everywhere.
You know the sick thing is, like, I was actually pumped to see a flop, and then like can't even do it. All right, someone else get punished for a change.
Back to Dr. Mike after the re-raise
Thank
from
Lord.
Jeremy Kaufman. Jeremy Kaufman is what you'd call a
I lose a lot of
fun
games.
player.
2 and 3 and
Could you hear the
4
air
hours.
quotes? He really is fun, though.
He just got a brand new big house.
I'm not liked in Vegas. They don't like me. They don't like good players. I see why they like you out there.
That makes sense. Yeah,
He's not well liked in Vegas.
Kaufman's thinking over this $2,400 call.
That's different here in Philly. You're well liked.
We
here.
know the play here is the fold, but Jeremy folds less often than a guy who hates folding.
So like,
All right, there's the call.
So where are you, Alex?
Over 8 grand in the middle as we go to the flop.
No, they tell him Thanksgiving they change the
Give him that glance of peek. Hello.
People that have to like you, like your family. You know,
All right, the flop is 7-7 ace. Ooh, what a flop.
What the what?
I call.
Ace King drawing nearly dead.
Ace 7?
And jams Kaufman calls.
No, he does not have pocket aces. Ace
And
King, that's sick.
I had clubs.
Wow.
Dead on the turn.
That is a sick flop.
So sick.
Nice one, Jeremy. Man. Jeremy. Man.
Boy, no shortage of action here tonight, huh?
Well, that's the magic of showbiz, Chris. We pick which hands to show, edit them to time, and the result, as you stated, no shortage of action. Back after this.
How would you like to play against the pros on national TV? Download now to play and win. It's absolutely free to play. Well, would you look at that? We've got a new player.
Let me guess who it is.
Okay, let's see. He's 6'6", and his mouth has gotten him into a lot of trouble.
Phil Hellmuth.
No. His real last name is Gerstenfeld.
Phil Hellmuth.
It's Brad Garrett. Okay, it's Brad Garrett.
Welcome, Brad Garrett. Dr. Mike has reloaded and is straddling. Looks like that surgery will just have to wait a few more hands.
Finally, some action from down there.
I had to wait for the aces.
All talk.
Poop's coming after you.
Yeah, Jeremy, you play
If you
the
caught a
same way
poop
when
in
you're
there,
winning.
that is Ryan Miller's nickname. They call him Poop.
How would you know if
It's an unfortunate nickname, but technically not a swear word.
But you know what is? His nickname couldn't be,
Nope.
or even if his nickname for some reason was,
No, feces is fine.
oh, we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
That's not fair, Doc. He's not playing by the rules.
Paging Dr. Mike, pocket kings.
I like the 4 ways for 400 at 350.
He made it 2,000.
And right now, pocket threes is looking a little bit like
Wow.
Miller.
The rails are raw.
He knows he's not supposed to call with that stack, but he did it
He
anyway.
gets 2 callers.
bad call.
Both Kaufman and Miller call.
I'm a big fan of set mining personally, and usually I do just about as well as Ryan Miller here.
But it's Kaufman who has picked up a lot of the options here. Dr. Mike puts all the chips in the middle. It's 85-50.
Kaufman's got a pair and a flush draw. He ain't folding.
I feel like you're about to get Jeremy.
Jeremy's got a big hand.
Basically flipping for $23,000. That's a pretty big
I
coin.
folded a spade.
I only need one.
Yeah, but I folded one.
I only need one.
What'd you have, bro?
Oh, now I got a straight draw. Straight draw, flush draw, and a pair. Straight draw, flush draw, pair.
How does he miss?
Even more outs on the turn. Kings hold. You know, I was a little bit worried that Dr. Mike was going to get felted a second time there, and he'd have to prescribe even more opioids.
He doesn't even have a stethoscope. I mean, are we sure he's a doctor?
No, it just says it on the graphic, which I trust implicitly.
Polk makes it 200. Dr. Mike makes it 600.
2,000 blinds?
Like 80,000.
Oh, so you're right in contention with the record.
Nice.
Kaufman calls, Polk calls.
Excited for that bet.
And somehow Dr. Mike has the best hand pre-flop and the best hand post-flop.
7 King 10 the flop.
Ryan would be so happy right now.
Open-ended straight draw for Doug Polk.
We'll go from
And
losing
Kaufman's
to
got the flush draw.
Incinerating the game. You'd be the biggest winner.
But you guys told me this guy was good.
Between the two of them, they have half the equity.
No, you know, I know.
Dr. Mike has a lot to fade.
Pretty young, too,
You didn't
He
know who
knows.
Richard Pryor was either.
knows who
He's a
Luke-
young kid. You never saw the movie The Toy
The
when you were a
toy?
kid? The Toy?
I saw toys.
No,
The Toy.
Richard Pryor?
No, I saw toys with Robin Williams. That was a good one.
Different generation, Brad.
The best, the movie you might have seen is Brewster's Millions. That was
No, I never saw
that
that either.
more his
I know who Lou Gehrig is, though.
Silver Street.
So Kaufman's got that flush draw. Polk's got the up and down straight
That's not a
draw.
breakdown.
Is that a new one?
I never heard of that one.
It's unbelievable.
You got me covered,
Kaufman
right,
makes the call. Both
Sounded
these
like it
players
might be a legit
hoping on the turn.
Yeah, it's on ice. Yeah.
How much do you have, Jeremy?
He's 34.
34 behind. Okay. All right. Thank you.
They're going nuts again.
Obviously.
A queen on the turn.
Damn.
No help.
Yeah, both guys whiff, but 9 high still the best hand.
He's also never heard of him, by the way.
He's younger than 31.
I think my time in this hand is done. I had to call your weenie raise on the
It
flop.
doesn't look like Kaufman's willing to pay to chase any longer.
Is the river a heart?
A black heart like you had
You want to
last
see my high card?
My high card is 5.
This is hilarious.
You're winning right now. You haven't buried, actually.
Oh God!
Oh my God, that wasn't a straight.
Oh
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
Bro, I was gonna let him know what's up on the river.
Do I?
We should probably give
Do
Doug
I?
Polk some credit for actually wearing a shirt, not a tank top today. Have we mentioned?
know.
Have we mentioned that?
I haven't.
A solid hand.
This is new grown-up Doug Polk we're looking at.
Good job, buddy.
I mean, if you had aces or kings, you wouldn't have put in so much. So.
Are you impressed that Doug?
Jack
least
9
that's
of diamonds for Brad Garrett.
Well, that's true. At least one, maybe 2 overs. And at that point, you made a bad fold. If you had 2 overs.
No question.
Ryan, do you think more of Doug's game now that you saw him fold the ace jack suited?
I was given poor information prior to coming here.
On that hand,
What's that? What was your information? Oh, I told you he was a
I
really
was
good
told
player.
that he was
Garrett's
probably going
raised.
to be the best
Siegel's
player.
in with king 10. King queen suited for
And
Glantz.
I'm seeing differently.
Kaufman
Who you like versus me?
in.
It's not about you. I don't want to pick any specific player. I would just say all the players.
4 ways to
Is
the
there
flop.
like one like particular you like, or
Clear. At the moment, I got to go with Matt. And I don't give
you
Matt.
want to take Matt? I'll take myself versus
I don't
Matt.
like giving Matt any props in poker because I think he sucks. But
Glantz has
making it
flopped the
look
best hand. Siegel's in a bit of trouble. Nice attempt at a continuation bet here from Brad Garrett, but it ain't gonna work.
He's winning. He's playing his A game.
that is true. His A game isn't
He's got
anything special,
position
though.
on me.
Not really. Position doesn't matter in poker anyway.
Right.
That's some made-up fable.
Call from Siegel.
I'm out. You should see this fold. You wouldn't have ever believe it. All right. You're gonna be disgusted.
I don't believe it, and I am also a little disgusted.
Wow, Matt Glantz with the best hand steps out.
You'll see,
You
right?
should just win in pre-flop.
Poor Brad Garrett. It's always annoying when your bluff gets a better hand to fold, but a worse hand that still beats you keeps calling.
That's the exact situation. Let's see what Garrett's gonna put in the middle here.
Call.
Really?
$2 grand and a very quick call.
And an absolute nothing burger for Brad Garrett.
All in.
Oh, Brad Garrett,
Yeah, we're
who
not
knew
trying to
you had it in you? Like when you played Frankenstein in that Apple commercial. Who knew you had that kind of range?
What goes with
Mike
it?
Siegel is relatively committed to this pot. I'm not sure a lot of folks would fold 34.25 to win almost 12,000.
I had you beat.
Mike Siegel gets
I
bluffed.
just beat every street.
Yeah, but if he falls,
Uh-oh, there it is.
Oh, now he has to
river.
look at it.
Wow, Brad, that was strong.
Wow, it looks like Brad Garrett came to play today, huh?
Not only does it look like he is, but he is in fact doing it.
Welcome back to Poker Nights and to Philadelphia, home of Sugar House. Let's not waste any more time. Lines are 25-50. Joe Stapleton and Chris Hansen.
Hey. Whoa, we got a triple straddle on.
Look at this.
Re-straddle, re-straddle.
3 blind hands, 4 blind hands.
Really?
4 blind hands to you. It's like 3 blind mice plus 1.
Now this is classic Poker Night America.
Yeah, just
You have to get
steal
the
them
whole
all.
way around though.
More straddling than the champagne room.
That's a dangerous call right there.
Oh yeah, real
Garrett
dangerous.
calls. Queen Jack suited.
Wow, you just blew up Doug's spot.
Doug is popping it up.
Maybe Brad's calling just to hope that Doug pops it up. He's
Doug
setting him up.
does pop it up with ace
Doug,
deuce.
since he knows that I know that he's popping it up, he's got to tighten a little bit, but not much.
Glance folds and now to
we got?
Kaufman.
We got about a 32% repop. It's going up to like a 94% repop. Okay. No repop. Just a call.
Just smoothie.
Well, if you squint hard enough, Jeremy, it can look like
think-
ace queen, but it's
You get that
actually
6%.
4 queen.
6% call came in there.
Brad Garrett, queen jack suited. I'd be super tempted to call here. It's a hand that flops pretty well.
What kind of garbage hands are you guys calling?
Well, and you're playing with Siegel's money. It really doesn't matter now. Sorry, Mike, didn't mean to rub that in.
Oh, it's the kind of hand that ace deuce isn't doing great against, Doug.
You thought he was going to limp and fold, huh?
No, God, no.
Okay, ace deuce is doing pretty well now.
Oh, you got to be kidding me. It's good news that he flopped 2 pair, but the bad news is nobody flopped anything else. I mean, nothing.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get 2 folds.
Oh, look at this. Kaufman, cutting chips.
62.
Jeremy raised it, drawn dead again. Or close enough. This is some classic JK here, which coincidentally is what I hope Jeremy Kaufman will say he was doing here. Just kidding.
Forget about it.
Oh, wow, Doug Polk re-raises to 13,000.
Very curious.
Curiosity killed the cough.
Might have to shut it down here. And get a worse hand to fold.
I'm a little worried that Jeremy hasn't folded yet. I fear the worst.
I'm all in.
Snap call.
No!
Well, I don't think I have any outs.
Here's some back doors.
I don't know.
Don't think I have any outs.
Good.
He has no immediate outs.
Let's go.
I've got straight draws and flush draws.
Oh
If he doesn't catch a good card on the turn,
This is gonna really hurt when he wins
he's
that.
dead.
Queen,
Right, you have
queen,
no
queen.
idea.
4-4.
What the?
This is gonna hurt.
What?
Okay, everyone sit down.
Ryan's paying
No reason to be standing. Everyone sit. There you go. Come on.
Come on, Alex. Point the camera at the poker, not at the girl.
You win one of these.
That's not good. That's gonna be rough. That's gonna be rough. Good no spades. Good no straight outs. Spade. 3 of spades.
So they're gonna run it twice.
No
No,
outs.
no, you're not.
No outs.
Kaufman misses the first one and misses the second one, and
It's not often you can be dead on the turn twice in the same hand.
Me and Siegel and only,
Siegel straight off, he's winning.
only idiots straddle Siegel.
was that a needle?
As they
I think
prove.
that was a needle.
Nice one, Poopy.
Plus,
Actually, some people straddle because they like to play with idiots. That's the difference.
yeah, but you could get stuck in the straddle with Queen 4 and have no choice but to
lose
lose
40,000.
40K. Yeah. What are you gonna do at that?
Ace 4 suited for Matt
We got a
Glantz.
lively game tonight. We got a lively game.
Right? 'Cause
Jeremy
Siegel,
Kaufman makes it $700 with King 9. Is Jeremy Kaufman related to Andy Kaufman? Because I don't understand either of
One
them.
on that hand, Matt. So
That was a long shot.
yeah, that's what you call a long
That was called a
shot,
long
yeah.
shot, right?
That was
Glantz
like
is
a
gonna
horse
call
with
for a
3
heads up.
legs in a race.
No, I think
Seat 1, seat 2.
3 legs is a better
On
shot.
the hind legs or on them like a human being.
2 legs.
Check.
Flops 9, 3,
That
10.
Billy Bob that screams to the horses in Begat all the time.
1200.
Couple of
He's
spades on the flop
screaming
definitely
and
helps Matt
the
Glantz.
screen, And the
have
inside
to
horse
actually
is flying
cut it
up.
out.
And he's like, it got me. I'm like, if I saw that right, I don't think there's a jockey on the horse. He's like, no.
Quick bet and
And
call.
sure enough, the replay, the jockey fell off the horse. He won the race. He's like, I
you
never
win,
saw
right?
that in my life. He won, yeah.
And Glantz
I never
makes
see-
his
usually
flush
he
on the
loses
turn.
like, he's like
Kaufman does have outs to a full house.
a Bronx tale, He rips the tickets up before
Can't
the
win
race
without the
starts.
jockey.
No
I couldn't
house.
believe it. The jockey wasn't on the horse. It was hysterical. It was like 2 weeks ago. How about Paul? Remember Paul?
Is that
told
the
him
plot
get
to
away
Hot
from
to
the table
Trot?
and he was
Because,
screaming.
spoiler alert,
Wow.
I think we just had our first bad beat horse racing story on Poker Night in America.
Tapping a flush.
Matt Glantz is just crushed.
Doug, does he have a flush? Is he just messing around? Have the 10, the 9. I guess the 10 is as good as a flush, right? That's your line, right? Set is as good as a straight. Trips as good as straight. You're licking your lips. It's a tell. He's doing it very awkwardly though. Like, I got the blocker with the king.
King of spades.
Every time I hear that, I'm like, that's not enough to matter.
Use
The force.
your live reads.
Well, my live read is that was the most awkward lip.
It was, yeah, no. It was.
If I'm going to use my live read, I call. At least got the flush. Hey, but I got the blocker, and that's what matters.
That is true. That is true.
Why do you have to be so naturally awkward?
Yeah, what was that? You went like.
Yeah, it's the least sexy.
How would you like to play against the pros on national TV? Download now to play and win. It's absolutely free to play. Welcome back to Poker Night and to Philadelphia, home of Sugar House.
As well as home to the best and only brand of cream cheese I can name.
Now that the...
Mazzone's. What? That's the only brand of cream cheese I can name.
Now that the...
Mazzone's.
Now, let's take a look at the stacks. Our big winner, up over 37,000, is Matt Glantz. The only other person profiting tonight was Doug Polk, up about 8K. Everyone else currently in the hole, led by the guy who is having the best time while losing the most money, Jeremy Kaufman. He doesn't seem to mind whatsoever that he's down 28,000 and change.
Make sure you tune in next time to see if Jeremy Kaufman can dig himself out of that hole. Who are we kidding? He just loses a bunch more, and you don't want to miss that.
Today, for Joe Stapleton, I'm Chris Hansen, and for everyone here at Poker Night in America, thanks for watching.
Look, playing is not how to win this game. Watching the Poker Lab is how to win
the
the
Poker
game.
Lab. I never went to the Poker Lab. I just beat all the guys that went to the Poker Lab.
Okay, I would put a side bet on Poker Lab versus Poopy.
Versus poop.